right, Coach. Well, thanks for sitting down with us and taking the time. We really appreciate it. And let me, first congratulate you on being promoted to the head coaching position here at Otterbein. First, I just kind of want to give you a chance to talk about yourself a little bit, not just as a football coach, but as a father, as a husband.
I think the first thing that comes to mind is my family. I'm very family oriented, which will lead into how I will treat the football team also. I've got 3 kids, an 11-year-old and 2 9-year-old twins, so we're very busy with that. Sports are their life also. Just as of last night, rolling in at 9 o'clock from a baseball game, it seems like that's what we do every night. Wife, without my wife, I wouldn't probably be here. Very supportive. She has told me many times that I cannot believe I married a coach. I never thought I would. But without her and her support and what she does with the kids and things like that, obviously she's my biggest fan, and we have a great relationship. We're always on the go. We often wonder what we did without kids, how lazy we really were.
Right. Talk about how this situation came to be, from Coach Joe Loth leaving and you getting the promotion. Just talk about kind of how that process took place.
It was about probably a month and a half ago. Coach Loth and I are very close. I was his first hire here. Through that process, I think, and with Joe and I playing here together, we got to know each other pretty well, playing together for 4 years. Right. He came to me and said, hey, I have an opportunity here, and it looks like they want to interview me. They want to talk to me. He told me about the job, and, as a friend, and I told him as a friend and a colleague, you have to do what's best for you. And I think that's, for your family, what's best for you. Don't worry about us. We'll be okay, but you need to do what's best for you. And I think that was, the best advice I could give him. I always tell him, I joke with him saying, hey, I'm not trying to kick you out the door here. And he laughs and says, I know. But, he'll be missed. He did a great job here. And then as things transpired, fortunately, Dawn Stewart came to me and we talked. She interviewed me. And I must have said the right things because here I sit today as the new head football coach at Otterbein. I think I'm the right person for the job, and obviously from all the texts and things I got last night from the players, they're very excited.
It's somewhat late in the game here, as we've already gone through spring football and,
Yep.
and those things. The recruiting process is already well underway. Mm-hmm. Talk about kind of the disadvantage maybe, or the kind of where you guys are right now as far as that's concerned with a coaching transition.
With recruiting, as soon as Coach Loth left, the first thing I did was, I told the rest of the staff, you need to pick up the phone, you need to get a hold of your staff or of your recruits and tell them that, hey, everything's going to be okay. Be patient, and put them at ease. And the response we've gotten so far has been great. I mean, we've had nobody flutter or even get rattled. There were some questions, but we answered those as best we could and just told everybody to be patient, and it'll work itself out. Recruiting-wise right now, we're pretty good.
Good friend leaves and the good friend replaces him. That scenario, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. There's things that I will do to put my thumbprint on this program. I will change some things, and even if it's just the minute things. But, there's things that I think need to be changed. I will change practices a little bit. I will change, as little things as going from gold shorts maybe to red shorts, white T-shirts to gray T-shirts. There's just things that I think, will need to be, that I need to change to put my stamp on it. It is a very interesting situation because we've worked so close together, for the past 9 years that we pretty much know each other inside and out. I mean, he's usually thinking the same thing I am, practice-wise, game day-wise. So for me, it'll be a little bit different because, I always had him to lean on, where, now it's going to be me. The one good thing is we spoke, and being as good friends as we are, he's, and he put it a great way. It's going to be like 2 programs working together. I'm going to be calling him. He's going to be calling me.
What do you feel makes you the best man for this job?
I've been Coach Law's right-hand man, like I said, for 9 seasons. We were together almost 10 years. And they know what to expect from me. They know what kind of person I am, what I will demand. The players will know that already. So they're not coming into the unknown. They're coming into the known. They know me very well. And I think that's a good thing. I would like to say I'm a player's coach, but I'm also that, sort of like a dad on the field. I like to joke around with them a little bit. I like them to relax a little bit. I don't think that's a problem. But I won't let them, probably joke as much as I did now being the head man. But I still believe it's important for those guys to put a smile on their face when they go to practice. But, don't get me wrong, we're going to work hard. We're going to get after it, and they're going to see a difference. I think change is good sometimes.
I found it interesting. You said that change is often a good thing. But you also said that you and Coach Law think almost identically.
Yeah.
You elaborate just a little bit on that.
Yeah, I mean, little things like, like the buddy, we do the buddy system. I think it's a great thing. But, I want to add a little bit of a twist to it during camp. There's things I want to do to change it up. Maybe, walk to practice with a younger freshman so that our upperclassmen are getting to know, the younger guys. But yet, the way he did buddy system and the way I do buddy system, we might be just a little bit different.
They're kind of the same concepts.
Say the concepts, but I'm just going to throw a wrinkle into it. Practice schedules, our practices will, I like the format of our practices, but I might throw some different things in right in the middle to change it up, because sometimes guys, you just go, from individual to group. There's things I'm thinking, and that's the way I like it, but there's things I want to do maybe right in the middle of practice, just shake up all practice so they never know what's coming. I think, and that's one of the biggest things. Throw situations at them that they're not ready for right in the middle of practice. Whether it's everybody blow the whistle, jump on the line, and we run a gasser real quick together as a team, and then boom, we're right back where we were.
You played here at Otterbein, and you graduated in 1992,
Yep.
correct? And you've been coaching here for 9 seasons. Is this a position that you've had your eye on?
Oh, absolutely. And I should say it probably happened a little sooner than I thought it would. 9 seasons really, to a football coach isn't that long. But when this opportunity arose for him, obviously he needed to do what he needed to do. But yeah, I've been preparing myself for this. I thought maybe someday it would happen. And I'm not a guy that was out looking at jobs. The Capitol job came open a couple years ago, and Coach Law said, I think you ought to go after it. I think you would have a good chance. And I said, you know what, Joe, it doesn't feel right. He said, that's up to you. I'll back you if you want to go. The High Wesleyan job came open. He said, are you going after it? I said, you know what, no. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna sit right here and do what I feel is comfortable. But and unbeknownst to me, that 2 months later he was going to say, "Hey, I'm leaving."
Right.
Being a head coach at their alma mater, obviously that's very special. You put, I hate to say it, but it seems like maybe you put a little bit more into it because it is your alma mater.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons. That's one of the things that drew me back here. You know what? I have a chance to go back and improve a program that wasn't doing very well, and that's that was the draw out of Upper Arlington when I left. He said, "Hey, we can do some good things here. Let's try to change this around." Be an alum.